Hey guys, I'm here to let y'all know that some people aren't straight. Isn't that insane? Hi, it's Jazzy and welcome back, Snacks. I don't really understand what's enticed this. I've been making videos for a while and I've literally just been minding my own business, and throughout my experience of minding my own business, I've had a fair amount of comments of people claiming that they think I'm gay or bisexual. Not that it's upset me or that it even matters. I just think it's interesting that I've been perceived this way whenever I literally have not done a single thing that might suggest this. Are we dating? Can we hold hands?
I ran that.
Anytime I hold hands with Mur, I'm like, do people think we're a couple? I'm about to take out. I never interrupt you. Should we kiss? I will say though that this action of people like hella perceiving me, I will admit, it has played with my head a little bit. And like, how do you know if you're gay? Hey, it's Jazzy and I'm gonna be walking around campus and asking people if they've ever questioned their sexuality. Because I think it's a very normal thing. I don't want to ask his family. Okay, let's go. I literally don't ask anyone. Hey, can I ask you two a question for a video? Have either one of you ever questioned your sexuality?
No.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
I have not.
No. I don't think so.
Okay, cool. That's it. Okay. I'm getting so many no's and this is sus. Hey, could I ask you a question for a video?
No, sorry.
Run. Wait, can I ask you a question for a video?
I'm really late for class, I'm really sorry.
Can I ask you a question for a video?
Sure.
Have you ever questioned your sexuality before?
Yes.
Okay. I don't, that's all. Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
Nah, not yet.
What do you mean not yet?
Who knows, man?
Okay. I like the open mind. Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
Yes.
Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
Yes.
Okay, period.
Yeah.
Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Bye.
Have a good one.
Should I ask these runners? Can I ask you a question? Oh my god, no way, no way. No way. Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
No. No.
How come?
I know what I like.
I don't know, I just haven't had a question because I'm certain of it, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay, that's valid.
Straight as a curveball.
Hey.
They were dope.
They were cool, they were cool.
That middle guy though?
Sus. I think they're together. Would that be weird to ask?
No.
Hi. Could I ask you guys a question for a video? Can I ask you a question? Okay. Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
Oh, gee. Oh.
How come?
I don't know.
Okay. Have any of you ever questioned your sexuality?
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what was that like?
I think it's still happening low-key. There's always that one person you see like,
Yeah.
am I attracted to you or are you just insanely hot?
And that is so valid. Have you ever questioned your sexuality?
No, I'm straight.
How come?
I'm just straight. Like I don't need a question. I'm straight. I'm straight.
Heteronormativity. Heteronormativity is the concept that heterosexuality is the preferred or normal mode of sexual orientation. Basically, it is the assumption that everybody is straight. And if you're not straight, then you are so weird. And you are following something that is unnatural and not normal at all. Let's just think about it a little bit. Growing up on TV and in movies, you probably only saw a man and a woman being together, which is perfectly fine. But at the same time, there's absolutely no queer representation. And with this lack of queer representation in mind, I think it's a very common experience for a child to happen to see like two men kissing, for example, and it being like the craziest shocking thing ever. Like, you're not used to seeing this, and this isn't what people talk about, and like, what the literal like, this is allowed to happen. So, with the concept of a man and a woman are the only types of people that are supposed to be together being screamed at you, how are you supposed to come to terms with the fact that I might not be interested in who I'm told I'm supposed to be interested in? In other words, how do you know if you're gay? And that is a question that I don't know the answer to. Thank you so much for watching.
That's it, friend?
Yes.
I've made a lot of advice videos in the past, and I've gotten lots of questions sent to me asking, Jazzy, how do I know that I'm gay? And I don't know. I've never had to deal with coming to that realization, but thankfully, I have friends. And those friends are gay. Woo!
My name is Gabe. I'm a junior at UT Austin.
Hi, I'm Ysa. I'm a freshman at UT.
So how did you know that you were gay?
Okay, this is fun. Okay, I thought I was ace at first, which
Oh,
means,
like asexual?
yeah, like I have no attraction to like anyone.
Yeah.
In middle school, I had no attraction to guys, like at all. I like would like pretend make crushes like a little bit, but mostly just like had no attraction. But like I never considered being a lesbian as an option. So I have gay uncles on both sides, like male gay, but I don't really have any like lesbian figures in my life.
Yeah.
And then in high school, one of my best friends, and we had like more of a best friend relationship, you know, like that type of
Gotcha.
vibes.
Wait, cute.
Yeah. And so she came out to me and I was like, oh wait, like everything makes sense now.
Okay.
I started like watching a lot of like queer media, like TV shows and like TikTok, and I was like, wait a minute, like this is like me. I started getting crushes and like everything just like once
so cute.
yeah, like once I like let my brain consider lesbianism, like everything followed. It was like
It just made sense.
yes, exactly.
It was like one moment. It's really bad. I was in the 3rd grade and we were like all about to like leave for recess, and there was this kid with like really like long hair, and I was like, oh, that girl is so hot from like the back of the head. And they turned around and it was the dude. And I was like, oh, better. And that was it. I'm not kidding. From that moment on, like never felt any attraction towards women, and I was like, oh yeah, I like this.
That's actually so cute and wholesome. That's so silly.
But I remember like they turned around and I was like,
Wait. This is a little sus.
I actually was like, oh, this changes things. I didn't think it was like a bad thing.
Yeah.
So-
What was your process with coming out?
The first person I really told was a friend of mine, Cameron Dillon. I was in like freshman year of high school. I remember calling her and telling her that in like the middle of the night. And I don't know why. It came over me because I liked somebody at the time and I really wanted to share that. And then I didn't really come out to anybody else until sophomore year. And I came out to people in theater because everybody there was gay. And then I came out to my parents because of a nightmare.
What was your nightmare?
So my nightmare was that it was like I died. I woke up like crying.
I think you told me
I
about
remember
this.
telling you that, yeah.
Yes.
Because the main thing is what I realized in the nightmare was I was like, if I died, nobody would have known who I was,
Aww.
and that scared me more than anything. Than even the fear of the backlash of coming out was that I ultimately was like, if I died with this like major secret, you know, like people would be interpreting me for the rest of time as
Yeah.
something completely wrong, and I didn't like that idea at all.
Yeah.
So I went downstairs. My mom was in the kitchen, and I literally was just like, hey, I had this nightmare, and I explained the nightmare, and I was like, yeah, by the way, I'm gay. Yeah. And she was, like, fine with it completely. My dad was like, oh, like, I love you, you're my son, but he took, like, a while to come around.
Yeah.
And then I left for, like, Europe, like,
Yeah, perfect timing. You
for, like,
left.
yeah, for, like, a month and a half. So they had all that time to process without me being there, which I think ultimately was for the best.
So I first came out to like my friend group. Side note, I like don't really talk to any of them now.
How old were you?
This was junior year of high school.
Okay.
But I had known since like sophomore year, but like I felt like it was like time to tell people, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
and at this point, I wanted to do it like formally. So like, it was on a FaceTime call though, and so I FaceTimed them.
Formally on
I
FaceTime.
was just like, I texted them being like, guys, like, I need to call y'all. Like, I have something to tell y'all. Like, I didn't even like come out. I was like, I like girls, and like,
That's coming out.
no, but like, it wasn't like, oh, like I'm like attracted to women or like I'm a lesbian or like I'm gay or anything. It's like, and
Were you just like nervous?
yeah,
or-
I was just like, and I like didn't really like know how to put words onto it. Like I was still like very uncomfortable with the term lesbian for some reason. That happened. My friends were really supportive. One of my best friends came out to me as bi literally right after, but only me. But like she came out to me as bi like right after, and like some of my friends baked me like some some cupcakes that were like rainbow.
Wait, that's so cute.
The only other person I like formally have come out to is my mom.
Oh, okay.
And that was like, okay, she still thinks it's a phase.
That okay.
She's very accepting and loving, but she doesn't think it's like gonna last.
a real thing.
Yeah. Which is like fine. Like I still love her and like our relationship is really good, but it's also a little bit complicated and so
I think for a lot of parents, it's hard to like believe that their child could possibly like not like be what was expected.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you, like you said, you guys have a good relationship, but I hopefully over time she'll be able to come to terms with it.
And like she's chill. Like I'll make like gay jokes around her and stuff.
What would you say to somebody who does have high stakes in coming out and like knows that they would not be supported?
It's fine if you don't.
I
don't like the idea of like forcing somebody out of the closet.
Yeah.
Because that also happened to me. You know, like some people like I didn't want to tell or I wasn't ready to tell, and then somebody like did it for me to make it easier, and it didn't make it easier. It made it feel like I was being like exposed. It's really important for you to do it on your own time.
Yeah.
If you want to.
A lot of my family members like are conservative and stuff. So like,
Is it okay that we are doing this video?
Yes. Oh, like by far. Like honestly, this would be hilarious if they found out this way. Figuring out if I was gay or not, like literally looking in the mirror and being like, "Am I gay?" And then saying, "I am gay," and being like, "Oh, does that feel right?" And like literally talking to myself in the mirror.
Oh, I love that.
Literally, I like
Literally telling yourself.
yes. Like it made such a difference. And like once I like said it to myself, I was like, "Oh wait, yeah, this is right." And
That's so awesome.
also journaling, like I love journaling. Being able to like write it down and like express those feelings, like was just like so good. And I feel like words have a lot
That
of
sounds so freeing.
Yes.
I've never even considered like just like talking to yourself like I talk to myself in the mirror all the time, but like that makes so much sense for like coming to terms with your sexuality. Like yes, guys, Ysa has a glitter cooch made out of clay. Isn't that so amazing? Ysa just has so many arts and crafts.
No, I'm
Isn't
a
that so
crafty
cute?
bitch. I also made
Wait, really? How'd you make that? Out of a spoon? Okay. That's so cool!
yes.
Sorry, I'm like screaming. In your relationship with every person is so different. Like, you don't have to come out on a specific day to like every person.
Yeah, I remember that was like a big thing whenever we were in high school was like coming out
Yes.
videos were big.
Yes. Oh my God. Connor Franta, I think.
remember that I remember watching that. That was my 8th grade year, and I remember that like was big news.
Yeah. He posted a coming out video, which was great, and it started like this new era of like
Coming out videos.
everyone was coming out, which is awesome. But then I think that it also became a little too much and backfired, and now there is so much pressure to come out whenever like people might not even know like if they're gay, straight, bi, maybe like everything, like they don't even know what word they associate themselves with.
No, exactly. I think that's a big pitfall from that era of like YouTube and like culture where everybody was like forcing coming outs to happen. The thing about coming out though, it's just like the beginning of a story. It's not like the end of it. And I feel like it's really not that pressuring to do it now. I think the opening that sexuality is fluid has killed the coming out video, right? Because now I'm seeing on like the internet a lot of people that are like, I'm queer, but like I don't tell people or whatever. Like a lot of
straight people don't go around being like, I'm straight. Like, well, some of them do, but like,
yeah, they suck. They suck. There's not like a coming out process for being straight, so that's why people don't want a coming out process for being gay.
Yeah,
because
because
it
it doesn't-
it others you.
Yes, and it doesn't matter. That is a really good way to look at it. It separates you from everybody else. Whenever that shouldn't be the case, it's just like I literally am.
We're all like together.
We're all f***ing human beings.
It's not any less valid being queer, and it's not any like. It's just kind of like how everybody is like whoever they are. Because I mean, I don't really go up to people and be like, I'm gay.
That's just weird.
Yeah, because I don't care. Like, you could figure it out probably.
But it also doesn't matter. Not saying it doesn't matter in the sense that like me dismissing like who you're attracted to, but it doesn't matter in the sense of like you're no like it's not.
Why bring it up?
One time, Gabe and I were in like a theater performance, and everyone had to introduce themselves, and Gabe was like, "Hi, I'm Gabe," but I misheard him. And I thought that he said, "Hi, I'm gay." And that was like it in so much silence.
Oh.
And I literally like couldn't.
A lot of people thought that. Because my name is Gabe, a lot of people when I say my name think I say gay, and they're like, "Good for you." I'm like,
bro, literally no, that I could not stop laughing.
a lot
Sorry.
of people did.
Like when you're like a baby gay, I guess that's what some people call it. Like you're
I just hit my head. But
like
yeah,
a baby gay, like it feels like so like important to you, and you just want to like tell everyone, and like a way you can do that is coming out. Once you become more comfortable with yourself, like one, it like kind of shows just
Yeah.
like with how you hold yourself
yeah.
and like the energy you give off.
yeah.
Is just
What would you say to someone who says that being gay like goes against their religion?
That's your belief. Also, like, you don't have to be hateful if you don't like something. Like, I don't like...
True! Love the person, hate the sin. Bro, every single person on this planet is a sinner. So why, like, is this specific thing
Yeah.
so much different?
That's what pisses me off, too, because then they'd say, like, oh, like, being gay is, like, this, like, ultimate sin or whatever, and I'm like, but so is, like, like, eating, like, shellfish and stuff, and I'm like, so I'm like, okay, so if you believe that all sins are bad, and they've never been explicitly stated that one is objectively worse, and if it is, why is it love? Why don't you hate murderers more?
Love the person, hate the sin.
Don't hate at all.
Hate! I'm kidding.
Like-
I'm obviously joking.
okay. So in my life, like that's what I want to do is I want to go into like performing the church with.
That is so beautiful.
I already said I didn't have anyone who I knew was lesbian, but like lesbian or gay and religious.
Yeah.
So like that was really weird to me. And also I have some religious trauma from
Yeah.
the church. I've had some really, really terrible
That's very valid. I think a religious trauma is such like a reoccurring thing.
it took me doing like my own research and like my own discovery.
Queen! Sorry.
Something that like really helped was like looking at the like original language and like the actual like interpretations of it. It was such a hard process, but like once I realized that like God doesn't like he like wants me to be my absolute true self.
Yeah.
Like whoever that is.
From all of your research, what's like the main thing you discovered? Like people don't know that it coexists.
There have been so many translations and changes in translations, so things can get twisted and changed. But the like original scripts, so there's like translations of the original scripts, and there was no word for homosexual in the Bible, or even at that time. There is mention of like an effeminate man, but that's addressing a boy, and like this is like really deep, but like there was a lot of like prostitution and like of young boys by men. So that is like the conversation that has been later translated into homosexuality. So it was originally like
that, yeah.
really pedophilia and stuff like that. That's really bad. That has been changed and translated into
Homosexuality. I understand.
which is terrible.
That's absolutely horrible. Was there ever like a period where you were like, does God love me? Like,
Literally all the time. If I'm faltering in my belief that I am loved and like for who I am, like I just go back to like what I know to be truth, and like reality in like what like my core values with God, which are like love and community,
And
so-
being your true self.
Yes.
Now that you're comfortable in your sexuality, how do you feel and what has changed for you?
I feel good. I feel more truthful at the very least. I mean, I'm not like engaging in anything that I don't want to do, and I'm doing things I want to do, and I want to do them for myself and not for other people. I think that's great.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Being comfortable in someone's sexuality is really hard, especially if you're, not straight. Like, you have to get through this whole process of like overcoming it. Because also like sexuality, has the word sex in it, but it's not just about sex.
It's about love.
Yeah, and I think that's important. And I think, I feel really good because I feel, there's like a sense of beauty that I'm able to like hopefully get with like romantic love that, one day I really want, and I'm able to picture that, and I'm able to notice that, and I've had like my own little run-ins of like romantic feelings, and like it feels good, and that it's like I keep going after that, and because it makes sense, it feels natural. That's what's so weird. I never understood when people said being gay is unnatural, because to me it felt like the most natural thing in the world.
My confidence level, like it. Woo! I feel like once I like really like accepted my sexuality, like everything else kind of just like followed, I guess. Like I'm just like very comfortable being like vulnerable and being myself and just like talking about it. Also like the people I meet.
Yeah.
And like the connections I have because I am more vulnerable.
Everything happens for a reason, and I feel like whenever you start to like honor your truest self, you just happen to meet people that like match you.
Yes.
And it's like it is like the craziest thing
Yes.
ever, because like
Yeah.
like I don't know how to
like-
explain it.
Like
It just
the
happens.
more like vulnerable and true to yourself you are, like the more people are gonna be like drawn to you. I feel like ever since I've like been like me, like so Ysa, like people have just been like so much more drawn to
Yeah,
me.
because people are interested, and they're also
Yeah.
like like confidence is very inspiring. Confidence doesn't mean that like you are 100% your
Oh.
best self every day, but it just means that like you take the active steps to like continue to be honest with yourself and true to yourself.
Like I still struggle with like anxiety and depression and like,
Same.
so much.
Yeah.
Like around like self-hatred and stuff, and like I'm a perfectionist, and I like there's like so many things I get like anxious about myself, and I'm not confident. But like I am confident
Yeah.
also.
Yes.
And like I know like who my true self is deep down.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Because we all have our days where we're like feeling a little off.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're like, you do know your core values.
Yes.
And it seems like you take active steps to like keep that in your life.
Oh yeah.
What's something you wish you heard whenever you were younger and you were coming to terms with your sexuality?
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be so fine. You're not even gonna worry or think about it.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna have a good time, and you're gonna like the people that you like.
Yeah, and with that in mind, like, you will like who you are as a person. What's something you wish you heard whenever you were coming to terms with your sexuality?
I wrote this down because I was doing little like notes on what I was gonna say. But I literally
I
said
appreciate that
I
so
said,
much.
who cares? Like in all caps. I'll show you my notes after you. Like it's literally like who cares? Like it's a big deal like when you first realize, but it's not. It's not a big deal.
Honestly, like, I'm making an entire fucking video about this, and the whole point is that it's really not that deep. It is not that deep. Okay, that's the interview. Do you have anything you would like to close with?
I love you. You guys are beautiful and very cool. And I'm very excited to be here.
Yay! Thanks, Gabe.
We did it.
Guys, I painted this painting.
And it's in my room.
That's so cute. I like that you put it up. I literally think it's so bad.
What?
Like,
Okay. So you think I have a bad piece of artwork?
no,
in my room and it just looks like
it's
shit?
yeah, like no.
A lot of compliments.
Really? Maybe I'm being hard on myself. I'm just not a very talented like drawer or painter.
I mean, like
but I enjoy it, and I enjoy mixing colors.
Like this, I really like how this.
Thanks. You're so nice.
I like it a lot.
I just think like the twigs up there like look so stupid and like
Well, we don't have to talk about that.
okay.
Oh, it's actually like
Breaks, falls,
dies,
shatters.
farts.
dies and farts. Sorry. No.
I didn't even see that coming.
I didn't either. I'm sorry that happened.
Okay, let's put that.